This is Luigi's Mansion. So is this, and this, and this, and this. If you were to ask what the greatest GameCube game of all time is, Luigi's Mansion would honestly be up there as a contender. You know, after you get past all those, like, generic choices. Released as a launch title for the GameCube, Luigi's Mansion is one of the most unique, fun, and replayable games that I've ever played. And one of the aspects that make this game so fun to replay over and over again is the final rank you get at the end. Outside of, you know, catching ghosts, collecting money is the other most important part of this game. Everything here gives you money, from bookshelves to random chandeliers, collecting pearls while capturing ghosts, and hell, some rooms' entire purpose is to just give you more money. And at the end of the game, after you beat the final boss, you unlock a portrait of the house you were able to build from all of the money you collected throughout your journey. Now, these houses range from a tent for less than $5 million in this economy to a gigantic, beautiful mansion valued at over $100 million. In total, there are 8 mansions in this range, and the main goal of it is to incentivize you to take your time collecting things, visiting rooms, and doing well against the portrait ghosts to get you one of these top ranks. But what if we do something a little different? What if instead of just going for the A rank, I also go for every single other rank in the game, completing the entirety of it with ranges of multiple tens of millions of dollars at a time? And to make it even more interesting, what if I try doing this all in one sitting in a single day? Is that even possible? Well, I don't know. I mean, the game isn't that long, so hopefully it is. So without further ado, my name is Zenith, and join me as I try to complete Luigi's Mansion by getting every single rank in the game in less than a day. But first, I'm going to try to get my own A rank in real life. Sponsor time. This video was sponsored by War Thunder, baby, which is without question one of the most accurate, insane, free-to-play multiplayer military games of all time. Look, boys, if you don't already know what War Thunder is, I don't even know what to say to you. Available on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and even mobile devices, War Thunder perfectly captures the scale and feelings of fierce battles using military equipment. With a large variety of planes, helicopters, tanks, and ships, there's so much diversity in the way you're able to play. And when you do play, try not to get too lost in the amazing, realistic locations you're fighting in, because you have a war to fight, and fight you will in the new Tusk Force update, featuring new long-awaited vehicles, the BM Oplot T tank, the Buck M3 SAM system, as well as Hornet fighters. Take to the skies with insane jet fights and watch your enemies crumble beneath you. The graphics and physics have, as they always do, been significantly enhanced yet again, making explosions and destruction look even more realistic. And with that, some of the most popular maps in the entire game, Poland and Eastern Europe, have been completely reworked. With that said, what are you waiting for? All new players and those who haven't played War Thunder for half a year or more will receive some special bonuses, 100,000 silver lions, a special decorator, Eagle of Valor, and much, much more. You can also fully immerse yourself in the exciting battles in War Thunder Mobile, which is an epic mobile multiplayer action game. Download and play for free on iOS and Android using the link in the description. Thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video, and let's get into Luigi's Mansion. All right, welcome to Luigi's Mansion. It is currently 4 p.m. on September 27th. I have a list here of every single mansion that I can get from the strategy guide. And yeah, I'm gonna start the time when I press new game right here. Okay, here we go. This first run, I wanted to focus on beating this game as quickly as possible, mainly so I can see how long it would take for me to just beat one normal playthrough and to see what rank I'd get at the end to gauge what I'd need to collect. It also doesn't really matter how well I do yet, because no matter what I do, as long as I get to the credits, I will fill out this list by one. So with that said, I got through the little intro bit where a ghost scares you, got the Poltergust 3000, did the tutorial, and got locked in the museum. Why can I leave? Isn't this what I do? Okay, can I go? There we go, fuck. Once I finally got out of there, I went back up to the room in which we were scared before and cleared it of all the ghosts that were there. There are 2 rooms after this, which is just the same thing, so I'm just gonna skip through that. I did collect this blue ghost, though, that just did nothing but give me money, though, so that was pretty cool. Money, yay! Money! But after clearing this room, I got a key to the left door of the mansion, which allowed me to progress into what I believe is the real meat of the game. The main enemies in this game are called portrait ghosts. They're called that because EGAD used to have them in this museum that I couldn't get out of. Let me leave. Each portrait ghost is pretty unique, and they all require you to complete some sort of puzzle or challenge before sucking them up. Whenever you see their heart exposed, you're able to shine your flashlight on them, and then you can suck them. Some of these are pretty simple, like these beginner ones. Neville over here requires you to wait for him to yawn before turning around, and the next one, Lydia, requires you to open this window to let out a breeze to get her angry. These guys being the first ones you collect make them obviously the easiest. And I'll talk about it a bit later, but being able to completely defeat these guys in one go is a really important aspect to getting the higher ranks later on. I'd feel bad for like catching the husband and wife, like sucking them up, but it doesn't seem like their marriage is going too well. Up next is Chauncey, who's the first boss of the game.
I'm a baby.
The thing that differentiates these bosses from other portrait ghosts are that they're bigger and they're pretty much impossible to get in one cycle. With that said, it's not like this guy's difficult, it's just a lot of waiting around. But I beat him handily, went to EGADs, turned them back into portraits, and went on with Act 2.
Okay, we did get a blue ghost, but like I think the main goal, we shouldn't be doing that. We should just go quickly as possible. I'm aiming for like a C. What's the C rank? Less than 70 million. Okay, we're going for less than 70 million.
Going through Act 2 was more of the same. I cleared a few rooms, captured these ballroom dancers where I could never figure out what made them appear or not. So that's fun. Went to the next room and released the booze. Oh yeah, you gotta collect the fucking booze. Oh, this may not be possible. I hate these goddamn things. Outside of collecting portrait ghosts, collecting boos are the other major part of this game. Boos are kind of annoying because unlike portrait ghosts, you don't lock into them when you start sucking them up. So they can still run around as you're trying to catch them, and they can even go through walls into different rooms, making especially the later ones way more frustrating than they probably should be.
As you can see on the bottom, there are 50 boos total, but not all of them are mandatory. And since I'm going for the quickest completion of the game, 40 boos are the max I'd need throughout.
With that said, to even progress through this game, I need to collect at least 5, and these early ones are way easier to collect than the later ones, so I want to collect as many of them as possible.
I feel like I'm on a good pace right now. I don't know. It also doesn't feel like it's been 25 minutes. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Honestly, time felt like it was flying. I've only captured 4 portrait ghosts so far, and it's only felt like I've played like 10 minutes so far.
And as I approach the 30-minute mark, getting the fire power up, which lets you get this, shoot fire, I felt like I was rolling through the game pretty quickly.
I don't know if this is me like being so good at Luigi's Mansion or this is just a short section of the game, but I feel like it doesn't get that much longer. Maybe, who knows?
I used my firepower to light these candles for Shivers, the wandering butler, who gets scared, and then we can capture him when he's in his room. Then we get a key to a cool instrument room, and when we all the instruments, they play the epic freaking Mario theme song, which allows us to see the next portrait ghost, Melody, who plays a little song for us to see if we're a true Nintendo head. And after getting it right, we can capture her too and get to the dining room, which I just walked past.
I don't think I need to fight this guy. I could just go past him.
Yeah, okay, let's just do that. Some portrait ghosts are completely optional, like this guy right here, so I'm just not gonna fight him because I don't need to. I went in the kitchen, cleared the ghost, got the boo, got my water power up, watered the door. This is a pretty linear game if you can't tell. Captured this dog who is kind of scary, but it's not that bad. And 40 minutes in, we're already on the second boss, which is Bogmire. The only notes I have for this guy is that he is one of my least favorite portrait ghosts in the entire game. To capture him, we have to shoot these little shadow goo balls at him, and I feel like the aiming is just annoying, and when you finally suck him up, he drags you around so much, it is just not fun. I don't like this one. But with him captured, Act 2 is done, and it's time to go on to Act freaking 3.
All right, 46 minutes? Not bad, not bad.
We go to the outside drop in this well to see that Mario is freaking captured. Oh no, we gotta save him. Mario, we gotta save him. I then skipped this portrait ghost because, again, you don't need to really capture him. And he's so buff, he's probably really hard to capture. Oh my god, he's so scary. And we're on to the second floor where we get the last power-up, the ice power. We now have a couple portrait ghosts to collect as well, like Miss Petunia, where I'm not gonna say anything. I had to do it for the game, okay? The game made me do it. And Nana, who is one of the more annoying fights in the game. The gimmick for her is you release these 3 yarn balls onto the ground, and as they roll around one by one, you suck them up and you hit her with all of them. But she moves around a lot, and the aiming, again, is not that great. I don't know. I beat her my first try here, so I'm not really gonna complain too much. But yeah, Nana down. I also quickly cleared this bathroom up too. There's just one ghost, and apparently I didn't need to do it, so yeah, I should probably also point out like what we're actually trying to do here in Act 3. These portrait ghosts that we're capturing right now give us keys to rooms that have an item of Mario's. I've collected 2 of them already, one in the washroom and one in this birdhouse, because it's in there, whatever. But after we collect all 5 of them, we bring them to this fortune teller room where Madame Clairvoyant tells us some fun fact about Mario or something. I've never actually read this ever, because I don't care. But for now, we have to beat these 2 twins in a game of hide and seek. And once you beat their game, you capture them too, which is epic sauce. It smells like Mario's feet. We're an hour in. I'm already like kind of bored. Okay, I wouldn't say bored, but I definitely had a certain type of dread come over me at this point, because it kind of set in right now that I had a lot of time left and I already wanted to do anything else. There's also this room that you need to do where you blow up the moon and then you get a power star.
Yeah, yippee.
Once we give the items to Madame Clairvoyant, she just kind of gives herself up to you, which is fine. I'm not complaining. And then we get the key to the 3rd floor.
So again, I'm not trying to like complete the game, but I think I need to get 25 boos by the end of the game. We're about to go to a boss that will give us, I think, 15 boos, and we need 40. I think this room has a boo. I'm gonna do this room because I think it has a boo, and then we'll have 20 boos. We'll be able to fight the boss, and then we can fucking shit ourselves.
I cleared this room. You need the ice power, so I had to get it. Got the boo here and fought boo losses. I have quite a bit to say about this guy, but this section's already a bit info dumpy, so I'm just gonna skip it for now. I don't like this one that much. Okay, in an hour, 20 minutes in, we are into Act 4.
We're at 20 million. We may get either a C or a D with this run, which isn't bad, because I'd rather have like a C, D, and then B and stuff. Like I could feel more in control with that. I feel like C, D, like the middle ones are going to be the toughest ones.
I was pretty set on myself getting a C rank here. I felt like I was playing pretty good, even though I wasn't going for any secrets. But yeah, I felt like after Act 4, I would easily be in around the 70 million range. To be honest, I really have nothing of note to say about this specific playthrough.
Especially in Act 4, it's just a lot of walking around, and nothing really happened that was interesting in this playthrough. The only thing I did a little different is that I went back to the optional portrait ghost because, oh my god, I tried catching 1 boo on floor 3, and all I'm going to say is that if I have to do this every single run, I'm going to have a conniption. Personally, this act is my favorite act of the game. I love the exploration and all the portrait ghosts you do fight, but don't worry. I have enough time and a lot more runs to showcase it a little bit later. But for now, I made it all the way through without really any problems, and I got to King Boo, the final boss.
This fight's pretty cool. King Boo's in a big Bowser suit, and all you gotta do is avoid him until he throws these bombs at you, where you can pop his head off where King Boo falls out, and then you suck up King Boo. Do this a couple times and Luigi's Mansion is beaten.
Yay, I won. Luigi Mansion.
We bring the final portraits back with the portrait of Mario 2. We save Mario, and 2 hours and 14 minutes in, we get our first mansion of the run.
What'd I get?
F rank. Damn, okay, nice. So yeah, I just got the F rank instead of a C rank that I thought I was gonna get. On one hand, this is nice because I felt like those lower levels would be more difficult than the C's and B's. But on the other hand, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do to get that C rank now. So that's kind of scary. I was way off on the projection. Holy shit. But I didn't complain too much because I already knew that I had another 22 hours to go, and I couldn't tilt now because holy shit, I would lose my mind by the end of it. All right, 2 hours, 15 minutes. Let's just go to the next one. Let's do it.
Okay, it's time for run 2, baby. I won't lie, I had this idea ever since I was a kid. Like, I've wanted to just sit down and play Luigi's Mansion all day. Now that I'm actually like doing it as an adult, I don't want to anymore.
Since I just got an F from doing nothing, I wanted to pay more attention to the money I was collecting this time so I can get a rank higher than that. Honestly, this run was to see how well I can control my wallet, so the main rank I wanted to get here was an E rank. If I got it here, I'd be able to just staircase my way up the ladder of mansions with confidence that I could control my money intake well. But if I don't, then I'd have to come back eventually and try to snipe this rank in a $10 million range. Which sounds like a lot, but with the amount of money you collect by just playing the game, it's a lot more of a tight window than you'd expect.
All right, so I want an E rank. So how am I going to budget myself here? I don't know.
It was at this point that I realized I was pretty unprepared for this challenge. I didn't do any practice, I didn't know any setup, and outside of these pearls you collect from portrait ghosts, I'm not even really sure how much money everything gives you. So with that in mind, I completed the entirety of Act 1 just unconsciously playing, because my thought process was to get the money now, and then worry about the final price more when I have more aspects to control it. I already have 5 million. I want to get a rank E. I want to get a rank E to rank C right now. I'm not going to go for a B yet. Don't know what that entails though, so we're going to have to just like keep playing. 5 million right now. I went to Act 2 with a bit more caution, doing the math in my head as I collected more pearls, while just trying to get through the game in a quick enough manner, until my controller unplugged and all of a sudden I lost all of my sound.
The fuck just happened?
Where did my sound go? What the fuck? And it's just my luck that I lose my audio in the one portrait ghost where it really matters.
I'm just gonna guess.
I think there's like 2 answers if I have ball knowledge. Bang. I know ball.
Elite ball knowledge aside, I went through Act 2 pretty much without a hitch, and I knew that since the boos in the later parts are ridiculous, defeating these optional portrait ghosts would be way better for my runs. So I beat up Mr. Lugs by sucking up the food and then killing him, got the boo, went outside, and decided to water this flower as a just-in-case measure. I'll get into why watering this flower is important later, but for now I did it as like a backup, just in case I don't have enough money. Anyway, I beat the boss in Act 2, reset my game to get sound, and I was on my way.
Rank E to rank C are 10 million apart.
I was beginning to realize what I set myself up for now. Like $10 million is not that much of a room for error in this game. Going through Act 3 here, I started to realize that and became more cautious while fighting portrait ghosts. Fuck. Okay, like I don't want to collect any other like blue ghost or anything because I have so many portrait ghosts to fight and I gotta collect these pearls because I feel like these are the easiest way to track my money. Okay. Every single portrait ghost outside of bosses drop pearls based on how much damage you do to them during the fight. Every 10 damage, a small pearl drops, 50 damage, a medium one drops, and at 90 damage, the big money-making pearl worth $1 million each drops. This makes going for those big pearls a really big aspect of the game if you want to get a good rank. Because with 19 pearl dropping ghosts in this game, that's $19 million alone you'd be missing out on, and that's not even including the smaller pearls. But that only matters if I'm able to defeat the ghost in one go, which honestly, I kind of wasn't. God fucking damn it, man. Damn it, I'm so bad at this game. What happened? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this wasn't the most locked in run I've ever had. I showed before that I messed up on the Nana fight, making her disappear, which was always the most fun part of that that fight. But throughout this playthrough, I ran into a lot more problems than I honestly thought I would. Like, for example, there's a boo in the astral hall that went into the hallway because, you know, boos do that. And then after going in the hallway, it went into the room to the left, which if you check the map, I have to go all the way around now. So after going down talking to Madame Clairvoyant, I decided to go up to get the boo, and then...
You're fucking kidding.
Defeated, I trudged all the way back to the hallway, and I bet you'll never guess what happens.
Don't you fucking go over there. Go right. You fucking bitch. You bitch.
That's just one of the many examples of the boos being a massive pain in the ass in this game, and it's the main reason as to why Luigi's Mansion takes as long as it does. Well, that and the walking around back and forth, but we'll talk about that in a sec. I went through the rest of Act 3, walked to the entrance of Boolossus when...
Fuck. Why is my audio breaking, dude? During the fucking marathon shit.
Yeah, that's right. I lost audio yet again. But I just wanted to get Boolossus over with because he is the most annoying fight in the game. I didn't have too much trouble this time. I actually got kind of lucky fighting him, but I just know that my luck is going to run out soon.
33. Okay, so if we need 7 million more. So I'm not going to do... Right? We need under 50. I think I can get 7 million. I need to go over 7 million, under like 13. Or under 17.
I got pretty far into Act 4 without many problems. I fought Uncle Grimly, who's like the evil super ghost that you can only get during the power outage that you need to get during the power outage. I collected the last couple boos I needed, which was always a great time. And I fought portrait ghosts like the Clockwork Soldiers, who are honestly one of my favorite fights in the entire game. Their gimmick is that there's 3 of them fighting you at one time, and the only way to start capturing them is to use your vacuum on their little twisty things in the back, then eventually you'll catch them and start going. But I was doing all of this with one thought in mind: to get $7 million and to not undershoot it. So as I was going through Act 4, I was trying to get every single big pearl I can. And luck was on my side when I fought Sir Weston, who is without question the hardest portrait ghost in the entire game. Because for what I believe is the first time in my entire life, I was able to get his big pearl, meaning I'd get a gold portrait of him.
Oh, we got the big pearl. Okay.
Now, remember when I said a lot of the time in this game is walking back and forth? Well, Act 4 is prevalent in this because you have to walk from the basement to the 3rd floor over and over again. But since I'm such a genius, I decided to save a little bit of time by save warping to the foyer so I can save a tiny bit of time walking back and forth. There was just one problem with my strategy.
Did it save? Oh god, did I just not save? Wait, did I just not save? Fuck. I thought I was being genius. I thought I was a genius.
So, yeah, I had to go back down to the basement, clear this room that isn't too bad, and fight Sir Weston again. But this time, I didn't get the big pearl.
We didn't get the big pearl this time.
And since I didn't get that $1 million, I decided to go into the secret room that's hidden where the mouse hole is in the butler's room, so I could hopefully guarantee that I get over $7 million. Because, again, the last thing I wanted to do was undershoot it and get an F rank again. I also decided to fight the optional boss Sue P, because the reward for capturing her is also money, and I was honestly really scared that I wouldn't have enough. enough. With that said, I fought Vincent Van Gogh, the final portrait ghost in the game, and with a little bit of health missing, I decided to go fight King Boo to finish this run once and for all. Ah, pooey. Oh, no way.
Suck it up. Fuck, dude, I'm actually solo health. Fuck. I died in Luigi's mansion. I died in Luigi's mansion.
Now look, it is a little bit embarrassing that I died in Luigi's mansion, but the worst part isn't the fact that I died. It's the fact that, get this, I didn't save.
Oh, dude, man, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god.
So that means everything that I just did, fighting Sir Weston, fighting Sue P, doing the secret room, all of that had to be done again.
How is this the second time, like, in a video where I've gotten cucked by saving? And this is early. Like, that's early. I just need to beat the fucking game. Now I gotta fight all these guys again, and I gotta beat the fucking fuck.
And after about 15 minutes of playing through, I got back to where I was, fought King Boo, and didn't take a single hit this time.
I didn't even take a single fucking hit, dude. I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate this game. It's almost been 5 hours of just fucking playing Luigi's goddamn mansion. And I'm only doing 2 rounds. And I have 6 more to go. 6, 7. 6, 7. 6, 7.
Now with that done, all there was left was to check the results. And they are...
Oh. We overdid it. We overdid it.
Yep, I overshot it. All that worrying about undershooting it, and I overshot it by 3 million, giving myself a D rank. Now, this wasn't the worst thing in the world because, hey, I filled out another rank, but that means, again, I'm gonna have to snipe the E rank later now in a $10 million range. God damn it, man. What a bad run. This is only run number 2. I don't want to play anymore. So yeah, I was already kind of defeated at this point. So to heighten my spirits, I decided to save the E rank for later and go on with a little bit more of a fun run of the game.
Okay, unfiltered opinion. I'm tilted. I'm annoyed. I'm like, I just had a bad run, okay? And I just need to prove to myself that I can beat this game and get an A rank. Okay, so I'm just gonna go for that. I'm going for an A rank. Reaching for an A rank means a few things need to be different for the run to succeed. I can't just coast through the first couple rooms anymore, because if I want to hit that $100 million threshold, I'm gonna need to use every secret, every hidden room, and collect every single bit of money that I remember for this game. And that includes getting as many big pearls as I possibly can, making the first new decision pretty easy. That being choosing the hidden mansion instead of the regular mansion. Okay, so I actually played on the hidden mansion for the last playthrough too, hence me dying. But while I was editing this, I just couldn't fit me talking about it anywhere, so I'm just gonna bring it up here. Pretty much all that's different is that in this mansion, Luigi takes double the damage that he'd normally take, with the trade-off of doing double damage with your poltergust, meaning now every single big pull with it does a clean 10 damage instead of the regular 5, which actually makes sucking up portrait ghosts and going for big pearls a much easier process. I think in the European version of this game, the hidden mansion is even more different with different ghost spawns in each room, but I'm not stupid. So into the hidden mansion I went. If I get a B, I wouldn't complain. If I get an A, that would be nice. Then I gotta run for a B. And I feel like when I play the game normally, without like going for every single little secret that I know of, I can get a B rank. Now, I've already shown me collecting these blue ghosts throughout my other runs, but actually capturing them this time is pretty important as they drop a fuck ton of money. They spawn in certain locations that you either need to look up or just check every single piece of furniture that you can. And when they appear, if you don't suck them up immediately, then good luck getting them. But if you do catch them quick, they are one of the most consistent sources of extra income in the game. But that's if you can catch them. And the other consistent source of extra income I want to talk about are these pieces of cheese. They're well hidden, you can't really see them from the base camera, but if you take out your Game Boy Horror and scan them, a golden mouse pops out. And if you suck up that mouse, then you'll get, well, a shit ton of money. Now, I only knew certain spots for these cheeses, and I also know that sometimes golden mice just spawn in these long hallways, but I didn't get one this run, so that's great. What are we gonna ship my freaking pants? Act 1 and 2 went down without much of a problem. The only difference is that I checked pretty much every piece of furniture for blue ghosts. And I also checked the corners of other rooms like the butler room just to see if there was any missing pieces of cheese, but I couldn't find any. So I also did the secret room way earlier than I did in the last run because hey, money's money, and this blue gem right here is $1 million on its own. So yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm looking to become the richest Luigi's Mansion player of all time. Thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. The only optional portrait ghost I had to capture is Mr. Lugs, but I've captured him in every other run too, just so I can get the boo for this room. His main gimmick is that he's fat and hungry. I'm hungry, or I'm fat. Leaving Act 2, I not only caught this dog, because, you know, I had to, but also watered this flower, because doing so is mandatory for getting an A rank. At least I think so. I went and fought Bogmire, and to my surprise, I did this. I almost one-cycled that guy. Holy fuck. Dude, the amount of damage you do on the Hidden Mansion is actually crazy. Because normally this boss is a massive pain in the ass, but I almost just got him in one cycle. Hidden Mansion is OP. And that was with unoptimal joystick placement too, so it's actually possible. I got him in the next cycle, gauged where I was with money. 27. Okay, we're doing good. Oh, bad fuck. And going into Act 3, before doing anything else, I went straight to the garden to water this flower again. I'm telling you, it's important. Just give me a few minutes to get there. The optional ghosts in this section of the game are Biff Atlas, the buff macho man. He's really funny to take out. You hit these punching bags to rage bait him until he gets so worn out that you can finally suck him up. There's also a blue ghost hidden right here, so don't forget that. And Slim Bankshot. He's kind of like Nana, but more forgiving. He shoots 3 pool balls all across the room, and you have to suck them up and hit him 3 times before capturing him. And speaking of blue ghosts, there's one in this corner too, so don't forget that. Now this guy's pretty annoying to actually capture because he tugs away really hard, and there's so much stuff in this room. I'm actually not sure if I've ever caught this guy in one go before. Again though, I've cleared these rooms before already to get the boos in them, so they're not really that big of a deal. I'd like to have 60 million, I feel like, by this point, or 50 million. 50 million would be nice, because if I have 50, there's a lot of money to be made in Act 4. That's the thing. It's like a lot of money, a lot of bonus bosses in Act 4. But yeah, fuck, there's like a lot of money to be made. The rest of Act 3 was pretty unproblematic. This happened during Boo Losses though, which it's the best fight in the entire world. Bang! Die! No way! No way! But I got my revenge pretty quickly. There we fucking go. Get clipped. He's got fucking clipped. After the fact, I checked out the money. Okay. Went straight to Act 4, went back to the garden immediately, watered the flower for the final time, and got an insane pile of money, with the most important part being this golden diamond worth $20 million. That's more than the amount you collect from getting every single big pearl in the game. And doing that by just remembering to water a flower every act, man, it's so fucking worth it. Now there are 2 of these diamonds in the game. We just collected one of them, but getting the other one is pretty much mandatory if I want to get myself an A rank. But unfortunately, getting this one is not even close to as easy as watering this flower, because the only way to get the other golden diamond in the entire game is to collect all 50 boos. That's right, every room, every boo from the basement to the 3rd floor, all of them need to be collected to get this final golden diamond. And this process in Act 4 that I've done loads of times before nearly made me go insane. Already, this is great. Oh no, yeah, go in that room. Go in that room. Yeah, great. That's like the last room in the game, and I'm fucking up to... Oh, I hate you. Oh, fuck me, man. Damn it. They always go in the goddamn fucking rooms, which is either the longest path possible, or it's like, oh no, this one's locked, so you can't even go in here, so you have to get it like 30 minutes later. Fuck, I hate these goddamn fucking boos. The best part about the boos is that whenever they're in a dark room, their health drains 10 times slower, which makes it so that whenever they're in a hallway, you're just fucked. Yeah, just go in the goddamn room already. Yeah, okay. Yep. I hate you. I'm like schizophrenic right now. I fucking hate this goddamn boo shit. Fuck me. Got you, bitch. Fuck you. God. Now, even though I defeated optional ghosts before solely for their boos, I tended to skip the later ones because they weren't really important to me, and their boos here are just as annoying as every other boo in the game. But since I should, not just for money, but for the boo, I finally went into this room with this ice jaw and fought Jarvis. He's not too bad. You have to play this mini game where he pops his head out of 4 jars and you ice him whack-a-mole style. But yeah, he's really not that bad of a fight. I honestly enjoy fighting him a lot. And of course, there's Sue P, who you can spray with water to wake her up, and then you just suck her up and try not to get hit by these dolls. A lot of people like to bring up how her backstory is really sad because apparently she died as a kid in her sleep. Unlike Chauncey, for example, who was born a ghost. But I'm not going to bore you with all that lore crap. And with Vincent Van Gogh defeated, I caught the final boo. That's right! Sit the fuck down! Get the fuck down! And as you can see, I immediately collected that last golden diamond, meaning that I was pretty much a lock for an A rank at this point. Alright, all I gotta do is win the game. I just have to win the game, and I'll have an A rank. I'm pretty sure I'm like way ahead, I feel like. So I went to King Boo, fought him again, took a little bit of damage, but didn't die this time. And the total is... That's an A. Let's fucking go. So yes, the highest rank in the game, the A rank, was achieved. And it was achieved with a pretty good $10 million margin, which gave me an idea. So if I do the exact same thing, but I don't get all 50 boos, I would have gotten a B there. So that's the B rank right there. So let's just beat that out real quick. Let's beat off real quick. So with that idea in place, I watched through the credits and got to play the game yet again, going for the B rank. Here's my problem. We are 7.5 hours in. And I've only done 3 so far. Well, I guess that's 9. So I guess I am on pace to do it. The thing is, H rank's gonna be really difficult. That's what I'm really worried about right now. The lowest rank is gonna be really hard. I mean, I'm not even sure. Like, what if I don't have like a perfect run and I end up like overshooting again, like I did with the E rank? I guess we'll find out. But fuck, man, like this has been quite the endurance test. Honestly, time's kind of flying by. This game's fun. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Now that the A rank was out of the way, I was steadfast to focus on the B rank, mainly because I was about $10 million ahead of the A rank while collecting both $20 million diamonds. So in theory, if I do exactly what I just did, just not collect one of those diamonds, I should be locked in for a B rank. So with that in mind, I did the same old grind as I've been doing. First 3 rooms, got the blue ghost in the cabinet, Neville, Lydia, Chauncey, blah, 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 blah. What the fuck? Oh, I just fucking clipped him. I clipped that mouse. And all was well until I got into Act 2 and released the boos. For full transparency, I've been, I've had videos on the side, playing as I've been playing the game so I don't go absolutely insane. I started watching one. It's actually a Luigi's Mansion video by Nathaniel Bandy. Hold up. Ain't you Nathaniel B? And he mentioned something here that I kind of want to try, because if this is easy, then I'm going to, like, praise the Lord. This idea that I was talking about was something called R pumping, which if done right is a way to streamline catching boos. And honestly, out of everything in this game so far, the worst part by far has been going after them. And it seemed pretty easy. All you have to do is that instead of holding down the right trigger and following the boos, you hold down both triggers, and every 5 to 10 damage or so, you let go and repress the R button. And in theory, it just locks the boo in place. I'm not exactly sure why this works, but if it's done right, it seems to just stun lock the boo to stay in the exact same spot. And after a few attempts, this happened. Oh my god. This is life-changing. Oh my god. I haven't done it with any of the big boos yet, but me getting it this early and this well already is a really, really good sign. I actually, for the first time, can't wait to like catch boos. Oh my god. As I approached 8 hours into the challenge, the time was about midnight. I saw that my friends were in a Discord call, and so to break up the monotony a little bit, I decided to join them for a bit. Tommy Pickles dies in a car crash when he was driving the car, and he was like an alcoholic, but he was only like 4.
He was drunk driving at the age of 4 and
yeah,
died.
and he died.
So
and he said,
was Tommy Pickles,
and the only words he knew was shut up ho. So like Angelica like reimagines him as like a nice baby because he was just a drunk alcoholic who'd like watch the Kansas City Chiefs play football every Sunday. He'd get like a beer gut.
Oh my god, that's so tragic. I didn't know that was what the original creators of the Rugrats intended.
Wait, I have a funny joke for toddlers. Wait, okay. So it's like
Wait, fuck. It's like
You can do this.
Spit it out.
it's like you cannot
You
have
Why is this so hard for you?
you have to wear your bib when
you ever
it's
dream
lunchtime,
when
and then it's
when-
SpongeBob.
when
He's
you-
holding the paper and then he throws it into the fire.
What,
Right?
Do babies care about bibs?
This is toddlers. This is a different age demographic.
Hi everybody, I don't normally interrupt in videos like this, but I feel like I have to because if you don't know, this is a re-upload of the original video because this section right here got my video age restricted. Now I'm not sure why, and it seems like nobody else, including YouTube support, is either, but I made like a poop joke that I think could be seen in a gross way, so it got age restricted. Look, I'm not gonna complain here, it's whatever, it's actually pretty funny. But I will say that if you do want to see the fully unedited conversation that my friends and I were having that I think was hilarious, then you can check it out over on my Patreon for free. I'm giving this away entirely because I thought it was funny and it was a good time. Anyway, yeah, let's get back into the video. Sorry.
I won't lie, I was having probably the most fun that I've had throughout this video, but I was also playing pretty terribly because, I mean, obviously I was a bit distracted. There weren't really any notable moments throughout this run. I got to Act 4 with $49 million, which I think I got the last time, so I was on pace to just water the flower and get the B rank.
Hey, Luigi Mansion. I hope I don't like double it because if I have to like play this game more than 8 times, I'm gonna fucking lose my fucking marbles.
For anyone curious though, I did do this.
It just sounds wrong.
You sound wrong. Ooh. Oh, I almost one-cycled this guy too, and it's the hardest freaking fight in the game. And I almost one-cycled him.
Which is pretty freaking cool. But yeah, I just got to the end. There weren't really any notable moments gameplay-wise. I would say that if I was playing Luigi's Mansion just normally, this is probably the way I would do it anyway.
Goodbye, kitty cat.
No, no, no. Oh my god.
I beat the game, checked the final count, and yeah, this one was kind of a given.
Okay, I got it. I got rank B, baby. Let's go.
I think normally I get a B rank anyway, so this one was the one I was the least worried about. But getting it out of the way was still good, because that means I'm one less game away from completing my list.
Yippee!
It was about 2 a.m. at this point, so everybody said goodbye and went to bed. Except me, of course. I was kind of busy playing, you know, Luigi's Mansion. But completing this means I'm halfway done with the list of mansions. So that means if I play perfect, I have another 9 hours of Luigi's Mansion to play. Oh boy. Okay, I mean, let's just do it, I guess. Fuck, I don't wanna. But, guess we have to. For the banger video. Like and subscribe. Okay, so I did some math in my head, and I have a couple things to say. So the last run I just did, I had 75 million at the end. Fuck, that was with getting the golden diamond, and I need to get in the 60 million range right now. So that means like without the golden diamond I'd be at like 55 million. But I also skipped like Jarvis, and I skipped Sue P, and I skipped like all those fights. I do know that if I play the first 3 acts like I've played the A rank and the B rank, don't collect the golden diamond, but then I collect like Sue P and Jarvis and stuff, I'm pretty sure that that would put me in C rank territory in the 60 million range. I'm not entirely confident on this idea, but I mean, like, why not do it, right? Like, fuck it. By this point, I had a strategy down packed, that being played through the first 3 acts at a normal pace, and use the amount I get at the end of Act 3 to gauge what I should collect for Act 4. Because there's so much extra money that I can collect here, not even including all the chests I don't pick up or the secret rooms I don't go in, to where I feel like I can control the final total of my money way better if I just wait till Act 4. There's also the fact that I can accidentally pick up a big pearl, for example, changing the entire route of my run, because $1 million is a lot of money.
No, I need less than 70, so I need 60 million. Okay, so I need 11 million. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. I wanna play through the whole game again, get like all the secrets, all the fucking like money shits, and I'm not gonna get the flower. I'm gonna water the flower, and then we'll see like chat. We'll see where we are. So, I mean, that's what I did. I did the first act, you know the drill, and still made a concerted effort to collect every blue ghost and golden mouse that I could find. Because my thought process was that if I was in the 50 million range, then I can very well make over $10 million in Act 4 alone. I think there's like enough just with portrait ghosts. I'm pretty sure like if I just get big pearls for every single portrait ghost, I should just be good. I also went through the entirety of Act 2 the exact same way I've been doing, collecting every boo I could, clearing every optional room, and then I faced off against Bogmire, which
That's huge. I'm not gonna lie, being able to one-cycle Bogmire with the first goo ball you collect makes me like the boss so much more. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but this run that I've been having right now is the first time I've ever played on the Hidden Mansion. So like seeing how powerful the Poltergust is here is insane to me still. 10 hours in. And it makes fights like Bogmire that used to be really annoying to me, honestly, really fun. Man, I've been sleeping on the Hidden Mansion. It's so good. I love this. In Act 3, I did go to water the flower as like a just-in-case measure if I end up sucking shit and I need that extra $20 million, but I don't think I would. And as I passed the 10-hour mark at 2 in the morning, I was getting really tired. Cracking open my first energy drink. Well, hopefully the only one. I also really began locking into my R pumping, which I just really appreciated the fact that I knew it existed. This is so much easier. Oh my goodness gracious. It's so much easier. But just like that, bing, bang, boom, we're back to the end of Act 3 and about to face Boo losses. I hate this goddamn fight. Yep, that's right. This is the Boo losses part of the video you've all been waiting for. Throughout every single run, the sole factor limiting me from having any fun in this goddamn game are the Boos. They're annoying, they run away from you, they're the only ghosts in the game that can travel through walls, and they're the only ones in the entire game that are mandatory to chase down to the ends of the fucking earth. So when you combine 15 of them into one boss fight, of course, they're gonna end up being the absolute most annoying fight in the history of everything ever. This fight's actually a lot different than chasing the Boos, mainly because since there are no walls to phase through, they pick the next best fucking annoying thing, which is making them the most evasive assholes of all time. The goal of the fight is this. This Boo is big, like a colossus. A Boolossus. You have to suck him up and guide him over to a pointy unicorn horn on either side to pop the big Boo. When you pop it, a bunch of little Boos scatter around, and your new goal is to shoot ice at these Boos flying around, so they freeze and then you can suck them up on the ground. Why can we ice these Boos and no other ones in the game? Who fucking knows? Why can we not suck up these Boos, but we can suck up every single other Boo in the game? Again, who knows, right? But after a certain period of time, the remaining Boos join back together and you need to pop the Boo again. Repeat this until you either go insane or you collect every single Boo. Now, I'm gonna be totally fair. There is one pro to this fight. That being, once you beat it, your Boo counter increases by 15. But that's it, man. Like this fight fucking blows. The main reason why this fight is so annoying is that it always starts so good. You can capture 3 to 4 Boos every single time you pop the big one. This fight seems easy. The AI seems so stupid running into your ice over and over again. And then all of a sudden, all of the stupid Boos get naturally selected out until only the quickest, most evasive Boos are left. And now you're stuck playing tag with 2 Boos that only come close to you when they're trying to knock your goddamn fucking head off. That combined with the fact that if you run out of your ice power, that will be the perfect time for them to attack. And since I'm playing the Hidden Mansion, they do double damage. It honestly makes me truly shocked that I haven't died in this fight yet throughout this entire run. Because, oh boy, the biggest culprit of my deaths aren't Sir Weston. It's not King Boo at the end. It's Boo freaking losses. The Boos do literally everything in their power to be the most annoying, evasive, ridiculous fight in the entire game, and it can literally last forever if you don't know what you're doing. But I'm saying all of this now and not through any other run because I think during this one, I finally found a way to consistently get the last few Boos. But I'm gonna save that for the next run when I actually put it into practice because by the time I figured it out, it may have been a bit too late. Bang! I think I have a new strat for Boolossus, dude. Fuck this fight. It is by far the worst part of the game. It's worse than the last 10 Boos you have to collect for that gold diamond. It's worse than fighting Sir Weston. It's worse than walking up and down every single floor over and over and over again. Fighting this guy is even worse than when I forgot to save in the second fucking run. Like, this was worse. I was so glad that I didn't have to do that again. This is the one portrait ghost in the entire game where I just don't care what rank I get. Beating it every time is enough of a triumph for me. Boom! Bring the boom! With the losses down finally, I came across the next problem. That being, I don't know if I did the math right. I need 11 million to 21 million. We want less than 21 million. I need 11 million. 11 million. Fuck. I feel like there's like 20 million. 21 million being in like this last thing with so little bosses and so little, I feel like that can't be the case. I feel like, so there's 6 things, so that's 6 million at least if I get the big pearls plus all the little pearls that you can get. And then if I just do like the secret rooms, like I think I I think I get 5 million just by doing the secret rooms. Man, this is scary. I don't know, man. I don't know. Because if I get a B rank here, I just wasted like 2 hours of time. Yeah, I don't know if this was some type of sleep deprivation or me just getting really scared that I have to fight fucking Boolossus again. But I was really terrified of the fact that I may not have enough money to cover $11 million. Oh no, wait. I may not have enough. I need 60, right? Oh shit. I don't think I have enough. I may undershoot this. Oh shit, this may be really bad. I don't really know what I was thinking. I mean, I was 11 hours into playing this fucking game, so the thought of me playing any more than I had to really scared me, I guess. I don't know. I had 75 million, and that's with the 20 million thing. I think I went for like a perfect run. Oh, fuck me. I'm actually terrified. I don't know if I'm gonna hit it. Anyway, one of the cool secrets that I learned from the strategy guide all the way back is that if you go back to plants and water them, you'll get like an extra amount of money depending on the plant you do. And I know the ones on the balcony give you a lot more money. So I did that and... what happened? What the fuck happened? Yeah, not only did my game crash, but like my entire computer just completely froze for a good 30 seconds. So my emulator stopped working. I want to pause this real quick. What the fuck? A bit paranoid that my computer died. I stopped my recording, reset my entire computer, and made sure it was okay before I kept going. Okay, I'm gonna start the timer up again. And I'm pretty sure... I thought I had to do the entire power outage section again, but luckily I caught a boo right after that section, so luckily I had to just do fucking everything else. Dude, it's literally 3 a.m. and the game crashes. Don't play Luigi's Mansion at 3 a.m. Oh my god. Bro, imagine that I just lost all that recording because it like got corrupted or something. That would have been the worst case scenario. Oh my god. But anyway, give me 20 minutes and I'm back to where I was. And I was still pretty terrified that I wasn't gonna hit it. So when I didn't get the big pearl for Jarvis and Sir Weston, I was pretty mad. No! Fuck! That's a million gone right there. Fuck me. No! Am I choking this away? But with nothing more I could do, no more dollars to add to my wallet, I went to King Boo and reluctantly fought him. Wait, the fuck? Dude, whoa. I'm like quick cycling this guy. What the fuck is happening? He didn't like do a fire breath or the sucking any time. I think it's the first time I've ever seen that. And as I waited for the final ghost to turn to portraits, I won't lie, I was pretty terrified at what the result would be. Because if I didn't get in the 60 millions here, I'd have to redo the whole entire run. And the result is... Oh my god, we crushed it. Yeah, I had way more than enough for this rank. In fact, I almost overshot it. It's actually super ironic because if I did one cycle Jarvis and Sir Weston, I would have had a B rank. That was actually way too close for comfort. Oh my god, man. But with the C rank locked in, I felt a lot more confident of the last 3 ranks I needed to get. Because unlike then, I had a strategy now, and I wanted to put that strategy to the test. At this point, I only had the bottom half of the ranks left. I had the G rank, which is in kind of a big range, so I felt like that one would be easy. I had the H rank, which I was honestly terrified about. And then I had the dreaded E rank, the one I went for before, but ended up overshooting. But since these are all in the bottom half of the price range, I decided not to go for a specific rank immediately, and instead see around where I am in Act 4 and plan accordingly.
All right, so my main goal here is I want to get under 3 million. Or no, I want to just collect as little money as possible. If I'm under 3 million by Act 3, I will go for the H rank. If I have like 10 million, I'd say, I will try to play Act 4 perfectly. So now my strategy has completely shifted. I went from trying to collect every single bit of money I can, collecting all the blue ghosts, all the cheeses, to the point where I was avoiding all of it, only collecting pearls, really. I need 40 millions, right? I need 40 millions and 20 millions. And under 20. Right as I beat Chauncey, I entered the mansion and hit the 12-hour mark. 12 hours in, baby. Woo! Let's fucking go. It's 4 in the morning. Yeah, Luigi Mansion. I go in this one. I was really sleep deprived at this point, but I still had enough brain power to try R pumping some more, and it is just amazing. Do I love this L pumping thing? Oh my god. I can't believe I haven't been doing this before. Holy shit. I never know about this. And it was around this point where I committed to a rank. I want to go for the 40 million. I feel like that's more specific right now. Less than 20 million, I feel like I can get kind of easy. I mean, why shouldn't I, right? I had 12 hours to get 3 ranks. So if I screwed it up now, yeah, it would be frustrating, but I did have the time to do it. So on pace for the E rank, I went. I want to have 10 million, and then I can get the 20 million, which is, then I have 30 million, and then I can just play Act 4 completely perfect, and then I should be in the 40 million range if I play like, if I do like all the secrets in just Act 4. I still defeated optional portrait ghosts like Mr. Lugs and Biff Atlas, mainly because of their booze. But this time I didn't even bother to open up the chest that spawns because I didn't need to. So I have a problem. I already have 4 big pearls, and it's Act 2. At the end of Act 2 though, I did water the flower just because I think it would fit in the strategy I'm doing. I beat Bogmire. Oh, all right, let's see how much money we have so far. All right, 6 million. Not bad, not bad. And went back to water the flower again. Yeah, the chest is still there. So even like as a backup plan, I'm not gonna go for any pearls right now. As a backup plan, if I have less than 10 million, I can always just get like one of these. I'm gonna have to like really hardcore count. And I'm so sleep deprived. I'm gonna hardcore count this. And I went on my way into Act 3. So I know I like collected pearls. We're already at 6 million. We need less than 5 million the entire game to get the H rank. That's fucking insanity. I went through Act 3 like I normally do, just going through the motions at this point. But halfway through, I realized that I just forgot to collect half the booze in the rooms. What am I doing? I'm not collecting any booze. Brother, I can collect 20 up to 24? What am I missing? Okay, I didn't get this one. But after taking the walk of shame back to every room that I missed booze on, I completed the rest of Act 3 and went to Boolossus, my favorite fucking boss ever. Okay, so what did I find out about Boolossus? Well, the final boos are super evasive, to the point where if you're shooting ice at a repulsor at all, they will never come near you and you will stay there forever or until you run out of ice, and then they'll hit you. But they only seem to care when you're shooting ice out of your poltergust. So if you're sucking up, for example, they come way closer to you and even try to attack you. So the strategy is, get this, to R-pump the ice shot. When you R-pump in this game, whatever element you have comes out immediately. So in theory, if you have good enough timing, you could just suck up with your poltergust the entire time, and then right as the boos are about to attack you, R-pump for a few frames, and then immediately suck up the boo right when it freezes before it even lands on the ground. And in practice... Oh my god. Yeah! Yes, it fucking worked! Oh my god, that was the easiest one yet! That was the easiest Boolossus yet. I can't believe that worked so well. I really felt like I solved the fight here, and to my knowledge, I did. So with confidence and pride that I found a new strategy, I looked at the total for Act 3, and I had about $10 million. Okay, so I have $10 million. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this golden diamond, making it $30 million, and then I just need to like do all the portrait ghosts, and then I should be good. Because okay, the mandatory portrait ghosts for this act are Grimly, Clockwork, Sir Weston, Vincent Van Gogh. Okay, so catching all those, it's like 1 million, and then like with all the other pearls, it's like 1.5 million. So 1.5 times 4 is like 6, right? And then if I do Supi and Jarvis, that's another like 3 million. So that's like 9 million right there. So I only need another million to do that. And literally like 1 silver diamond is 2 million, and then I have 10 million. I have 11 million right there, and then I'm in the 40 range. So there we go. I should be good if I don't collect like too much money. That is. I seriously can't believe that I was this cognizant at 5 in the morning, but I think me figuring out Boolossus gave me a massive second wind, and I took full advantage of it. Dude, holy fuck! I love R pumping. God, where has this been all my life? Where has this been all my fucking life? With the 40th boo caught, all that was left was doing every portrait ghost in Act 4. So I got the big pearl for every single one. And with these 2 optional fights, I also decided to get the silver diamond just in case I didn't get a big pearl, which, I mean, you know, Sir Weston. I felt like that was it. Oh, okay, don't worry. And then all that was left was to fight King Boo. Dude, I'm quick cycling now. Did I beat the game so many times that just King Boo's like, I'm not even gonna try to light you on fire because you're just so good at Luigi Mansion. I defeated King Boo easily. I think I took 1 hit this fight. I got the Super Mario portrait. This Mario guy just keeps getting captured over and over again. And I got my total. Bang, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
I won't lie, I was proud of myself with that strategy. I really felt like I thought pretty outside the box there, going for as little money as possible and then getting that golden diamond to secure 20 million at least. I felt like I kind of played up to a strategy and it actually worked out for once. Man, that one was scary. I won't lie. I was kind of scared of that one. And with that, that means I have only the 2 lowest ranks left, the G rank and the H rank. And with the amount of time I had left, it only felt like a matter of time at this point. Dude, I am like really hoping that I could just get these like now, because I am so unbelievably tired right now. Holy shit.
Okay, so this time, what was I gonna say?
With the E rank secured, the only thing that was left were the bottom 2 ranks in the game. That being the H rank, which is collecting like nothing, and the G rank, which has a pretty generous $5 to $20 million range. So to get the G rank out of the way, I did the exact same thing as I did last time, honestly. I played through the entire game trying to collect literally nothing until the end of Act 3, and then I could just gauge what I'm doing now.
I feel like I've been getting like way faster playing this game. The first game I played, I feel like I was trying to go really fast while like also collecting like what was around me. I was just trying to like beat the game fast. But now I feel like I am faster. I'm so locked in.
The biggest challenge I could already see though were all the pearls that were dropping from the ghosts. Because even if I went for a G rank, I can only get a certain amount before going over. This happened though, which was pretty interesting.
The fuck? I didn't get where are the pearls? Am I insane?
I ended Act 1 with $50,000 from collecting 1 small pearl, which I wasn't super confident in. Damn, man, 50K for 1 pearl? That's like a lot of... I need to not collect a lot of those. What I don't want to do is I don't want to sit there and just wait for them to despawn. But like, that's the safest way to do it. So like, I should just probably do that. And so going through Act 2, that's exactly what I did. If a chest was far out of the way, I just walk around all the pearls and then pick up the key. But rooms like the butler's room are so cramped that I was better off just waiting for the pearls to despawn. I did almost screw up big time after fighting Mr. Lugs. No. Oh my God, what was I doing? What am I thinking? And I had a really close call with the dog outside. Ah! But I got through Act 2 with only a couple pearls collected, only $32 to my name, and I fought Bogmire.
That's so hype. I used to hate this fight.
Act 3 is when things start to get a lot scarier. You fight a lot of mandatory portrait ghosts here in pretty tight spaces, so I felt like I was playing a game of Minesweeper with Luigi dodging all the pearls.
This is so funny because I'm literally collecting big pearls for every single fight, but I'm just not collecting them. The one thing I really want to say about this act is that I was really locking out of my R pumping now, and I've said it a bunch at this point, but this truly was like a life-changing experience for me. Look at him, he's fucking stun locked. That's so sick. Thank you, speedrunners, for being so good at the game and figuring this shit out. And thank you to Nathaniel B for showing it to me in a dream. Dude, this is actually ridiculous. I love this so much. I feel so OP.
But I went through the entire collectathon, like always. Collected all the booze that I possibly could. Collected Madame Clairvoyant and just sat there waiting for a good while. Then I got to Boolossus and fought him with my new R-pumping strategy. But I think at this point, the lack of sleep really started to get to me.
Where's the ice? There it is. I need you. Give me the ice. God, fucking, this fight is so annoying. Fuck. No.
But with the stroke of luck, that was probably the closest I'd ever want to get to getting killed by Boolossus, because trust me, I don't want to fight him any more than you do. But going into Act 4, I had
1,680,000. Let's go. Okay.
I feel like that's pace for an H rank, honestly. That's really not bad at all. Now that we're reaching the final stretch, I want to point out how much I love this game. I may be 15 hours into playing it straight, but it really never gets old. Everything from the mansion layout to the atmosphere to the music that plays all throughout the mansion in different themes depending on what point of the game you're at. Every room is so unique and has its own personality. I love how every portrait ghost looks like a real person. It makes them feel a lot spookier and scarier, and they're way more recognizable than any of the later ones, for example. All of this makes for such an immersive, recognizable, just awesome game that is so goddamn replayable. Seriously, by this point, I was so fucking tired. Like, unbelievably so. I took a couple seconds to watch the sunrise. I watched it fall. I was sitting here and I watched it rise. And yet, I am still in the same spot. Isn't that poetic? But even then, I really never had a bad thing to say in general about this game. Minus the fucking booze. But even then, once I learned about R pumping, I started to have a lot of fun collecting them.
What a fucking beautiful method. What a beautiful method. God, I fucking loved it. Fucking love the method. Okay, I have to go up.
But yeah, I seriously do love this game. Like, everything about it is just so unique, and it's amazing, and I love it. Anyway, at this point, I decided to aim for the G rank. I was on pace for an H rank, but I might as well just get the G rank out of the way. And I had an idea for something I wanted to do for the H rank run, so for the sake of content, I got the G rank right now. Don't put this in. I eat. Okay, I'm just gonna start picking shit up now for the G rank. I stopped worrying about avoiding everything and I just collected what I could. Because if I just collect every pearl right now, for example, I'll easily be over $5 million and under 20, and the G rank would be a lock. I would put some of my live thoughts here right now, but I had none at this point. Literally the entire timeline here is just completely flat. Like, I said nothing. I was too locked in on having Code Lyoko on the second monitor. But I played all the way through, captured King Boo, and got my total. Oh, wow. Yeah, not even fucking close. Not even close, bitch. Good fuck. By this point, this run felt like the easiest one. I kind of just went through the game like I was doing anything else. Going through the motions, if you want to call it that. And I'm glad that a lot of thinking wasn't required because, oh boy, I was cooked at this point. All right, I'm going to start, but I'm going to need all the brain power I have left for the final rank of the video, the H rank, which, to be completely transparent with you, this was the one that I was truly terrified of. Okay, it's time to go for the H rank. I am not looking forward to this one. So I've gotten everything but the H rank, which is collecting $5 million throughout the entire run. Now, even though this one seems easy, and even though I was on pace for it in the last run, I wanted to try something a little more secure than going through the game again. Because, again, there's a lot of money to collect in this game, especially in Act 4, and if I do so much as accidentally collect 4 big pearls during my run, I can pretty much consider it to be over. So instead, I wanted to try pulling off the biggest, most difficult glitch in the entire game to get to the final boss early, so I can secure the H rank, I guess. Okay, here's the method. Go through the game normally, beat Neville, Lydia, and once you beat Chauncey, you hold up and right on the joystick to get stuck between the chest and the wall as the chest is spawning. Then while facing the wall, you pull out your poltergeist, and right as you put it back, you hold up on the joystick, clipping through the wall. You then switch your control style to sidestep mode, which is the first time I've done this all game, and go all the way until the right until you can't anymore. Press A, and you go through a door. The next trick is doing this thing called a skew, where you get hit by bats at a certain angle to, well, skew yourself. And to do it, you have to look down before getting hit by the bats, and then while you get hit, you move the C stick like very slightly up and right, and if you let go at the right time in the animation, you'll just skew. But when I say this is specific, I mean specific. I had what felt like a countless amount of times where my skew would just reset, or if I actually got it, it wouldn't be good enough to go over the wall.
Get over, just barely.
Obviously, this is a Zenith video, so of course something also had to go dangerously wrong.
Oh, no, 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 no.
And the best part was that every time I screwed up and couldn't reset it with the door, I had to go back and fight Chauncey again. This is already unbelievably annoying. I don't even know how I could be doing this better. Like, I'm looking at guides and I feel like I'm doing it right, just not right enough. Oh, I forgot to turn the light around with the... But eventually, once you get the skew correctly, which is again, really precise, you can finally use the angle to get over this little bump in the wall that's here for whatever reason. This is the only reason why we have this skew, by the way. Once you finally get over this, you can go down this hallway. We're in the big hall for reference. Then you bring these bats on the left over to the right side door, and precisely get hit by the bats, flick the right joystick up while also turning yourself right for the shortest amount of time, and let go at the perfect moment to get yourself a really good skew. And I mean really good skew. Then you switch the controls to standard mode, face Luigi to the camera, you go back into sidestep mode, maneuver yourself to the top right corner of this room, and hold up and right on the joystick and the C stick at the same time. I'm not done yet. You pause the game, and as you unpause, you hold up and right on the joystick, take out the Game Boy Horror, and if you do all of that perfectly, you clip to the basement out of bounds. And I'm gonna be honest with you here. There's another part where you have to precisely move in the basement on like this really fine line so you don't like glitch and get stuck. I never got there. This part was the only time in the run where after like 5 attempts, I decided to just use save states because I was just so fed up fighting Chauncey over and over again. And my thought process was really, I've been playing for this long. Am I really gonna risk not making time here because I wanna do this trick? My answer to that was no. But even with save states and maybe 100 tries, I couldn't even get close to getting it. The best I could ever do was get into the little corner and then clip into the floor. Just in the hallway right next to the fucking Biff Atlas room. And after about an hour and a half of doing this, I just gave up and decided to play through the game normally.
I'm fucking done with this.
The thought process was this. I had 17 hours into the game. I had enough time to do a rerun if I get enough money. So I gave up on this trick, and maybe one day I'll come back to trying it. But that day is not today.
I just want to go to bed. Like, I'm done with this video.
I feel like at this point, it would just be quicker if I just beat the game normally at this point. So I'm gonna do that, because, oh my god. And then I just played through the game again. I would say this was my most locked in run yet. I barely talked. I barely made a mistake. I barely picked up anything. And by Act 4, my total was at 1,185,000 gold. All right, I'm on pace. Just gotta beat this fucking game, man. I'm just done. Like, I don't know. I don't want to play anymore. I'm done. And Act 4, honestly, was just a breeze. There was nothing that even remotely hindered me at all. And after about an hour and a half of playing through the entire game again, I got to King Boo, beat him on my first try, and I was officially done with Luigi's Mansion.
Alrighty, I think I did it. If not, I'm gonna be really bothered because I'm fucking done, man. Oh my god.
And the final total is...
Oh, we're way under. Oh my god. We're way under. We are way under.
And so after a final pass through of the credits, I saw my mansion and I stopped the timer.
There it is. There it is. 18 hours, 35 minutes, and 44 seconds of Luigi Mansion.
So the answer to the original question was yes. I completed the entirety of Luigi's Mansion, getting every single rank in the game in under 24 hours with time to spare, honestly. I had about 5.5 hours left, and minus the hour and a half it took for me to just try that H rank glitch, I could have fit in maybe 2 to 3 more runs if I played optimally, meaning that there's still a lot of time left to save. Now look, I'm no professional Luigi's Mansion player. I'm sure this video has showcased that enough. But to anybody who's pretty good at the game, or hell, even the cool speedrunners, I challenge you to try to beat this time. And I'm sure you can. So if you do, at me on Twitter and I will like it, I will retweet it, and follow me while you're there. Fellas, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe. Subscribing is really the best way to tell me if I'm doing a good job making these videos. I really do love making them, and I hope that shows in the final product. Shout out to my patrons, as always. They're the oil in the machine that is called my channel. The clunky old rickety machine that's called my channel. All right, boys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon, hopefully. We shall see. Bye, guys.